There he is, fearless leader, back in the armory. Welcome.
Good to be back.
Good to be back. You didn't. I got a new Iron Man figure. You didn't even notice new figure up there. You didn't even point it out.
Well,
It's
I'm
pretty rude of you not to notice,
I'm
though.
too busy thinking about stealing your Samus figure and
Oh,
your Zelda figure.
you leave that Zelda alone.
Oh, why?
Every time he's trying to steal my Zelda.
Ah, this
This a
guy
guy.
doesn't give his friend his Zelda.
You can have. You can
Your
have like
your boo.
MLB. Oh wait, the show for PlayStation. You can have
Whoa!
a PS3 game.
I already own that game.
Oh, okay. I think it has one. No, it doesn't have a Twins player. I don't know who it
I think it
has.
was '09 that had Joe Mauer.
I don't. I don't. I'm not gonna.
He's
I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna
get
bend
that.
over and get it. So.
Well, thank you for not bending over because Kyle, or now Kylie, is dressed up as
Kylie. Yes.
is dressed up as Chung Li. All right, we got done cosplaying, and
Yeah. Thanks to the 12 Twitter voters. Four. Well, I don't know the final results. 4 or 5 of them wanted to see the Chun Li costume. We don't even have 12 people listening to the show. I don't know why why they would, but
and
I honored it, and I'm sitting here as Chun Li,
and
tights and all.
yeah, and I kind of was embarrassed to be around Kyle, or now Kylie for once.
Yeah, there.
It,
Now you
it
know how I feel with you all the
I know,
time.
but you honored your. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I mentioned this to you when you got here. Like I threw out just a couple of fun ideas. This was the kicks and giggles, as I called it. You know, like, oh, it's funny, but no one's going to vote for that. They're just going to vote for like Iron Man, which makes sense. I was kind of hoping for the Power Ranger though, because they have a good costume at one of the local Halloween stores. And like, it's an excuse to get that. I always wanted a Power Ranger suit. You know, I did that like
You,
two years back when I was little.
you still could buy it
I
anytime.
could, but I don't need it. So I was kind of I didn't want to steer the votes in any way, but it's like back in my mind, I was like, I kind of hope it's Power Rangers, so I would have that excuse to go get it. Like, the fans want to see it. You know, fans want the Power Ranger.
But the fans wanted Chung Li.
Fans want a Chili. Yeah, I'll get. I'll probably post a couple photos. I guess I didn't really take any other than with that Iron Man suit.
Oh gosh.
I'll have to grab a couple photos, I guess,
But
to show that I honor the Twitter vote. But my problem is no, like I was saying, I was telling you when you got here. Most of my friends from Twitter, you know, Cartridge Club, etc., they're all gamers, and Chun Li was the only video game character, so it's probably. I think most people know Iron Man, but Chun Li was the video game character, and they're all video game fans. So,
uh, no, they just wanted you to dress up as a girl.
uh, well, I did. So,
Thank you, everybody, because I was hanging out with him all day. But
but I mean, hey, when it'll be a good costume if I ever need that extra money on the
but
weekends,
but
hanging out downtown.
at least you weren't the biggest geek there,
I tried to be the most,
or the weirdest person.
the weirdest person there, and I think I was top 3 for sure. But there were a couple other weirdos there.
Well,
One of them was you.
everywhere I go, I'm a weirdo.
We have Mr. Fearless Leader as a Hufflepuff student from the Harry Potter franchise, or just a Hogwarts student, if you will. Doesn't have to be Harry Potter. I mean, that school existed long before
that it did.
those characters. So you got your wand and your tie and your robe. You got your pants.
That's
Thanks for wearing pants this time.
yeah, no problem.
Last 2 times, no pants. So yeah, this is a third episode. Well, technically fourth. We mentioned we do have a hidden episode. If anyone wants it, I can post a link in the comments or something. We talked about board games, and we knew going into it, like, you know what, let's make this a little bit silly.
And we went overboard.
It Well, my only issue with it is we had what's her name? She was making some sound effects during the thing, and that's fine. But
We didn't go in depth about talking about our
yeah,
tabletop
we
games.
yeah, it was, okay. We'll sit down and bring up a couple board games and chat about them, and we kind of did, but it wasn't descriptive in any way. It's more like, hey, have you played this game? No. Okay, well, you do this and that. Hey, have you played that game? So it didn't. Not that we care about quality a whole lot on the show, but
It was too goofy
it
and
was yeah, it was
too
kind of
much
weird.
to then for even for us. That's
We get a kick out of it, but person listening to it for an hour like, what the is? Why do I bother listening to this? So it does exist. I still have it. So if you need a bonus episode of the Game Time podcast, I can hook you up. But know that it's not the caliber of quality that this is. I mean, look at this. This is quality right here. We're sitting
well,
in a bedroom dressed as a Hogwarts student and Chun Li. This is top notch.
top
We
notch.
should have a video of them. We should be doing a video for this now. I'm sure people will want to see that
I
next.
barely can keep my eyes open. I don't want to look at you right now.
It's yeah. The costume looked fine online. Got it a couple days ago. It's like, you know what? That'll be fine. I don't have an issue with that. Put it on literally just as a couple minutes before you came. Saw myself in the mirror. I'm like, oh no, oh no, that does not look good. Oh no. But I do have a nice ass. Just saw that before we started here. So a
Nah.
literal face palm, folks. You heard it.
Oh.
Walked by that mirror like, oh, you know what? No, nice ass.
We weren't waiting for somebody walk behind Kyle here. It's like, whoa, nice costume, babe. Kyle turned around, hey, thank you.
Yeah, I really wanted someone.
That
So.
did not happen today. But
I would put on a low voice like, hey, thanks. Wink.
regardless, did you enjoy yourself for going to SuperCon?
I did get a mini look in the restroom when I was washing my hands. I had to. I tried not to because this costume is a little bit. It's a piece of work, but you do the bathroom stuff. You wash your hands, soap, and get the thing. Someone walked in and he paused for a brief second, like he walked into the wrong bathroom or something. Was what I figured, but like just a weirdo.
Yeah, we have no pride in you.
I'm incapable of embarrassment. But no, it was a good time. It was
I
a good
have
time.
embarrassed you before, though, so.
Yeah, it's a couple embarrassing things. I had a good time. I got a couple things, but we want to hear. I've chatted this entire time. We'll start with you. Your first SuperCon in many a year.
So I have not done anything like this probably in 15 years now. Well, I forget, but it's just been a long time. That's all we need to know. I enjoyed myself looking at all the booth and all these stands, and there's a few celebrities there that if I had more money, I would get their autograph, but I don't have that much money, so I didn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't. They weren't big names, but
But it was still
yeah.
the voice actor for Darkwing Duck was there, and one of my childhood.
Had a couple artists and voice actors there. I guess the big name was Sean Gunn. You might know him from the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. He's the I forget his name. That's how important. Not Yondu with the arrow, the blue guy with the arrow, but the guy who replaced him, who is kind of in that third one. He wears the weird helmet and goes,
Yep.
the arrow.
I know who you're talking about.
That guy. He was there. We got to walk by him a couple times. Didn't chat, just walked by him. I probably scared him off with the I either scared him off and he's never coming back, or he's like, hey, that Chun-Li has a nice ass. He's coming back next year.
I doubt he thought this latter. He's probably never coming back this area ever again.
In my mind, that's what he thought. But you had a good time.
I did. I just being around all these cosplayers and stuff like that, and check out the booth, see what they have, and me crying because I don't have the money to buy it. But other than that, I had a good time.
You love those Fallout flags.
I did.
Vault Tech flag
I,
and wave.
I really enjoyed that. Thought about buying one. There's a Civilization tabletop game there. I thought about buying as well, but I did buy one thing, and it was a Frogger tabletop game.
Mm-hmm. Frogger game.
I had $25 on me, and I'm like, take my money. I don't want it anymore. Just take it.
You got your Frogger game. You wanted a Cubert, but
I did. I'm still looking for a Cuber tabletop game.
yeah, but those are from the '80s. Those would be a little bit hard.
Yeah. Well, so was the Frogger. It's from the '80s, so I was happy I got that.
It seemed like it was more modern though, because it said like 40th anniversary on it.
Fair enough, but it's probably
You
a
have to
remake.
post it on the old Twitter or X or whatever it's called.
I probably will, and I'll probably post a picture of me cosplaying. I don't know.
Ooh, a fearless leader face reveal.
I know, well, there is a couple pictures of me on there, but yes.
You don't want to do a video format of this because you don't want to show off your face, but post pictures on Twitter.
Might have to.
Well, there you can always crop your face out or put like a smiley face on it.
I might, or at least just get a picture from the neck down and just cut out the face.
You could do that. You go back and look at it later. It's like one of your comments that you shared earlier. Who's that fat guy playing video game? Oh, it's me.
You're right. Good times, good times. They had a little thing, a miniature TARDIS there. That was pretty nice. And
Well, you shouldn't say mini TARDIS. People are gonna think it's small. Like it was actual size.
Yeah, it was actual size, but it was smaller than one of those.
Yeah, it wasn't a
police
real
box.
phone booth. You couldn't get in it.
Or a police box, I guess. But what was your thoughts there?
I like the TARDIS. Remember what TARDIS stands for?
I do
Mr.
not.
Doctor Who fan?
I do not actually.
Ooh, we got him.
It was only mentioned in 2 episodes. I know the very first one, and then the very first remake of in 2005.
Mm-hmm. Time and relative dimensions in space. TARDIS.
All I remember is the Doctor stole the TARDIS, but technically the TARDIS said, "I stole a Time Lord."
Mm-hmm. That was a great episode.
It was.
Matt Smith one. The TARDIS kind of becomes human-ish.
Yeah, I was thinking it was David Tennant, but you're right. It was Matt Smith episode. But
yeah, I stole the Time Lord. Ah, good times.
good times. Was there anything else that stand out besides checking out all these cosplayer girls?
Well, the cosplay girls was good. I mean, I know they were checking me out as well. I'm a big hunk of man.
Right.
As they walk by in this costume. No, we saw that Sith girl. I liked her quite. She was all red, sort of Darth Maul looking. We walked by her booth and she was doing like a video, just dancing, just jiggling around. It's like she was
hot.
pretty hot.
I wanted to stand there just
kind of want to go to the dark side just for that.
I just kind of want to sit there and watch, and I'd probably be drooling, but
Nosebleed, you get just blood shoots out of your nose, anime style.
like Master Roshi.
I think she is a professional cosplayer. She had one of those booths. Could be there tomorrow. Maybe you can go and get an autograph or something.
But
Get a picture with her.
I'm dressed up as a Hufflepuff, and I don't think that would be very Hufflepuff like of me. It's like just stand there with my mouth open, water all coming out.
Yeah, she's definitely a Slytherin, I think.
Yeah.
Ah, so good. No, I was the expo vendor area, I suppose, as they call it. They had I'm trying to guesstimate how many booths, and we went down several rows. I mean, that was probably easily 10 per row, if not more, and we went down 8 or so rows, so 70, 80 different booths.
Yeah,
Would I be overshooting it a little bit?
I was thinking about 50 or 60, but maybe there could be about 70 or 80. And then there were some side booths out there in the main lobby too, but weren't really nerdy. There's like a news booth and stuff like that. And
News.
who watches the news either way when we have video games and anime back
So
there?
yeah, this is a video game crowd. They're gonna be like, what video games do they have there? And there was I think two good. One of them was your friend, and I forgot that Atari. Maybe have to grab it tomorrow. Yeah, there was a pretty good sized booth that had like NES. They had like a NES set came with Mario 3. I think it had the original box for it, and that was pretty cool. Had some Atari carts, quite a few I've never actually heard of before. The Atari games. I might have to check them out. I remember the name of a couple of them. I'm gonna have to check them out on YouTube, see if they look pretty good. They had old school NES. They had like some GameCube games. They had boxed N64 games. I don't know if our Cartridge Club friend Rocket Sauce is listening, but he's a big N64 guy. They had a whole like tub full of N64 games in the carts. A lot of original manuals. They had a Zelda one there. It didn't come with the game. It was just the box, that gold box and manual. $50. That was a little bit much just for gold cardboard at that point, but it's tempting. If I had a spare $300-400, I'd probably.
I was personally looking at their NES games,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw the Chip and Dale Rescue Ranger game from my childhood. I was about to buy that. I thought about it, but the game I really was looking for was Lightning and Thunder, and I can never find that at any convention I go to. Might have to get that on eBay, but I hear that's a rare and harder to find game, but I don't know if that's true.
I'm looking at the NES games. I think I have that on that emulator machine though. 'Cause I know I played that one, but oh, that's gonna bother me now. Again, I don't want to get up and
Please don't get up right
it's just
now.
barely. But no, they had quite a few booths with comics, and I have just about a complete run of the Iron Man. They had some Tales of Suspense there. That was the series before Iron Man that he was in. I'm like, oh shoot, and I need to look tonight because I might be purchasing a couple of those tomorrow. But my highlight was it's sitting right behind you there on that pillow. Original artwork from a Iron Man cover number. Issue 56 of the Invincible Iron Man. Some original artwork from that. You can see you got some stencils, some whiteout, some markings on it. So that's pretty neat. I know a few of my friends from the Advanced Iron group always come across some artwork every now and then, so I couldn't wait to share that. So that's definitely a centerpiece, I think. I need to frame that. You don't see that a whole lot.
Was there anything else that
Trying to look at the artist for those who care. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. Go for it.
was there anything else there that caught your eye if you had more money that you would might have purchased?
Definitely the video games. Um, as you mentioned, they did have a lot of old school NES and stuff. We saw we talked about that Fallout or your Vault Tech flag. They had a Federation flag, the United Federation of Planets flag. You know, the blue one with the stars, and I don't know, people know what I'm talking about. Not the insignia, not the Delta, but the actual like Federation flag. And they had a Klingon flag there too.
They did.
So those were pretty tempting. I think the guy said there's only like $25 for those, so it's not too wild. I mean, I could do that.
I would have bought that Civilization tabletop game if I had more
Still
money.
can.
I still can. I will be back there tomorrow and maybe some. Well, as of recording this is on a Friday, and I don't know what the date is, but doesn't matter.
Kicking me there. Sorry.
I'm not sorry. Today's September 29th as of recording this, so I might be back there tomorrow on the 30th and might purchase that Civ tabletop game. I am still debating to buy that Vault-Tec flag.
We're gonna hang it up in your room. put it on
maybe.
the ceiling. Vault Tech.
But however, those that played Fallout games, they had an Enclave flag there too, and I'm debating to buy that too.
Well, there was like a 3 or 4 for buy X amount and get one discount. Maybe show up tomorrow. Maybe we could pool our money together, and because I do want that Federation one, and you sound like you want one or two of them.
But for sure, what I probably want is that Fallout one,
Fallout flag for you,
or their I should say it's a Vault Tech flag.
indeed. So yeah, they had a few like artists hawking their books there, or writers and artists. I saw a few people I know. I'm surprised you didn't say something that caught your attention for a few moments. Just a random booth of cats you could adopt.
I didn't go back.
I'm shocked that wasn't number one for you.
I would have been all over that, but I'm with Mr. I don't care for cats here.
That would be me.
Me personally, I'm an animal lover and I love cats. And I put my cat down earlier this year, and I'm thinking about looking at or adopting another cat sometime soon. And they had cats or kittens there, and I was like, oh boy, maybe I should sit down and hold one and think about adopting one of these. But I'm with Mr. I don't care for cats.
That's Miss. I don't care for cats today.
Okay. But so
just assumed my gender.
I don't give a shit. Sorry for my language.
Oh, people's ears.
I know. But as a cat person, I did kind of want to go in there, and they had like a little holding thing you could spend time and hold the cat, and I really wanted to do that.
That was kind of, yeah, there was some girl in there. She's like in the cage with the cat, just like, which one do you adopt?
Well,
you could walk
I'm
in.
more of a tabby cat person, so I would probably adopt a tabby cat.
Hopefully some people got that joke. No, there was someone in there with the cat. Like some girl was in there and she was playing with the cat. Like, oh, who do you adopt? The cat or the?
Oh, yeah. I'm a little slow.
Like, I would adopt the lady that was in there myself. But I would adopt anything before a cat. I would adopt like a python before a cat.
You would adopt your own fearless leader before you adopt a cat.
If I would adopt you or not, I see the amount of food that you require. I don't have that much money.
But
I only work 40 hours a week.
I do come with my own job.
You do, yeah.
I'll help pay for my own food, but you have to pick up the slack after that.
That's a lot of food. That's a big commitment. Cleaning up after you. See how messy you are. Barely got in your car without getting moving the mountain of trash over.
Just a couple bottles.
So at this place too, it did have a nice big area for some tabletop gaming. They showed off some demos for some games. One caught my eye. I don't know. I doubt any of our audience would have played it, but it was called Marvel. Uh-oh. What was it called?
I don't know.
No.
What are you talking about?
Marvel.
There's this tabletop game, Marvel Zombies, or some kind of.
Yeah, that wasn't it. Oh boy.
Kind of caught my eye.
It was something like Contest of Champions. It was something like that. But it's a miniatures game. It's not quite like the HeroClix style, but it's played on a pretty big board, and it looks like it's one of those where you have your line of sights, and there's a lot of booster characters. They had like 30 different characters you could buy.
I should have brought Mr. Mustang with and had him sit down and play a tabletop game.
What? They close at. They got to close at some point. We don't have an hour per turn with that guy. Unless we sat him in that rocking chair, just.
That would have been something.
Professional podcasters we are. So that was fun to check out. We didn't actually sit and play any tabletop games, although I kind of wanted to learn how to play that Marvel game that I apparently just blanked on the name of, but they did have that one. And I think we both liked, they had a nice big area for some video games. A lot of games hooked up to TVs, or consoles hooked up to TVs. They had some just a bunch of classics. They had NES and Switch and Sega Genesis and PS5, 4, 2. They had those NES minis there.
I loved my Mario Brothers. Not Sonic as much as Kylie
You were
noticed.
doing okay at some Mario, actually, chipping through the stages, but Sonic 2, ah,
I was definitely a NES person growing up. A Sega. I did have a Sega later on, but most of my time was behind original NES.
so you were playing that Sonic 2. Luckily, our audience will be familiar with Sonic 2. Player 2 plays as Tails, and you just follow Sonic around. You can't really do anything. You do not play that like a traditional Sonic because you typically just, in theory, the average person would just run fast
You go
from
forward.
left to right of the screen. You were playing it like a Metroid game. You were going back and forth and exploring.
Oh, that's my problem about playing video games.
I never seen that in a
I
Sonic game.
cannot go forward sometimes. I love exploring. And that's why when Super Mario Brothers 3 came out over the other ones, well, it's kind of two you could explore too, but Super Mario Brothers 3, you know, you had the tail and or the raccoon Mario, you kind of could go around that level and explore. To me that was so exciting, and that's how I play video games. I love exploring.
Mm-hmm. You don't really see that much in Sonic.
No, it's just go fast and pass the level. Me, ooh, gotta stop. See, ooh, what's over there? What's over here? I gotta see.
That was a little weird teaming up with you and that. I'm like, all right, here we go, and I'm going forward, and you're going up, and like, oh, I wonder where this spring takes me. Oh, there's some coins over here. I'm gonna go get. But when we got to the Chemical Hill zone, Act 2, people know what I'm talking about with the underwater, under the poisonous thing. Before we even started that stage, I'm like, this is where we end. We're not getting, with your leadership, we're not getting through this stage. And 3 or 4 lives later, I called it.
Fearless leader, you suck.
He could not swim, he could not jump up. So, but the
Uh.
good thing is someone else got to play afterwards. So we weren't sitting there too long.
Like you said, I was rolling around along with the original Super Mario Brothers, and
Should have just stuck at that
I
one.
should have.
Mm-hmm.
But me being me, I have to try or do different things. The only thing I said I will not try are fighting games.
Yeah, so I had to play some Street Fighter 6 by myself. I was playing as myself. I was playing with myself. I chose Chun Li. Say I'm sitting here playing with myself. I fought Jury. Good match. No one wanted to fight me though. I don't know if they were intimidated by my looks or just my skill in the game. Probably the former. Like, oh, someone's playing the Street Fighter. I'm gonna go sit down. Oh my goodness. I'll go play some Fortnite then. But I don't think I scared too many kids.
So as of recording this, there is a cosplay dance tonight, and we're talking about going back there tonight. So that will be very interesting if we don't make a fool of ourselves too much. And no, I'm not going to dance with you, Kylie.
Oh, darn. Well, I don't have anybody. You're my date. Who am I
Oh.
supposed to dance? Well, that's all right. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna make a fool of myself. I will be the weirdest person there. We'll do some shovels. We'll do some shuffling. More dances I can't think of at the moment, but it'll be fun.
I might just do a random plank.
I'm kind of hoping this is a long shot. I don't. This isn't going to happen, but in my fantasy that's currently going on in my head is the the Sith girl cosplayer will be there,
And
you
she
can dance
wants-
with her.
Oh.
Like, oh, I really enjoyed your cosplay. You know, I didn't get a chance to see your booth or anything, but would you like to have this dance? Ah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I would like that too. For
You're interrupting my fantasy, sir.
I don't care about your fantasy. I just care
I need
about
to be
mine.
alone for a few minutes now. But no, I doubt she's not going to be there.
No, probably not. She
Although
probably-
if she was, but nah, she's probably not going to be there. Although, but if she is, but most likely not. Just a bunch of nerds dressed up. Although it's kind of nerdy, she's dressed up. But no, she's probably not
But you know.
going to be there. But if she is, just saying.
But she won't dance with us. I will just.
Well, not at the same time. One at a time.
Just to be blunt, we're too nerdy even for her.
I'd say she dances with you first. That way, revolted enough that anybody that came after, and I'll go right after you. It's like, oh, geez, anybody but this guy. I can win her over with my charm.
And then after that, we'll never see her in the city ever again.
Scared another one off.
Yay, go us!
Guardians of the Galaxy guys never. What's his name in that movie again?
I don't know. I am thinking about getting some money tomorrow so I could get voice actors or actresses. Darkwing Duck or whatever was there, and
They have Ash Ketchum. That I didn't. I don't think we saw her tonight, but Ash Ketchum, that voice actor. Yeah, it is a lady who does his voice, but
she was there. I saw her.
Oh, what?
Yeah, she was there. I saw her, and
Nice.
I looked at the price, $75 for autograph. I'm like,
See, now that one would have been kind of tempting because I do like some original Pokemon. I'd put it with my Pokemon DVDs. Ah, shoot, I didn't see her. Damn it. Well, I hope maybe she'll be there tomorrow.
I hope she will.
Because that could be tempting. I don't really care for the Sean Gunn. I mean, he's fine. But I can't even think of his name, his character's name. And
it's not important if you can't think of his name, but just because he was in a Marvel movie, that is a big deal.
It is a big deal. And he probably got to interact with your favorite, Karen Gillian, best known as Amy Pond from Doctor Who, that redhead. She's Nebula in those movies. So you could have talked with and shook hands with somebody who probably talked to her.
Fair enough.
I know you love your Amy Pond.
And as we're recording this, there's some kind of wrestling thing on there and going on, but we decided to skip that.
I couldn't care less about wrestling. I think it was just people locally though dressed up as, because we saw a giant, what's his name, Undertaker.
Yep.
That guy was huge.
He was. Yeah, he was
like two of us.
He was dressed up as Undertaker in the 90s, if anybody's familiar with 90s wrestling.
So this would be good because I think a couple people who do listen to this are, shout out to like Chris Roberts, Duke. They do like that old school 80s, like WrestleMania.
But
they know
Undertaker is more 90s started.
Well,
I think he started in Survivor Series 91, I want to say, but I'm not too certain. If anybody knows that for a fact, or maybe it was 89, maybe he started in the 80s, but he did start at a Survivor Series.
Yeah, I have zero wrestling. That just never appealed to me a whole lot. I know of Hollywood Hulk Hogan. I know your favorite guy, the Rowdy Piper.
Yep.
You liked him.
Great trash talker.
And
I also enjoyed Bret the Hitman Hart.
No idea.
Okay. And there is a guy, heel named Mr. Perfect, I also like, Kurt Hennings.
Well, there you go. There's the wrestling. Oh, no. Okay, so Undertaker I'm familiar with. Didn't he go by something else before Undertaker, though?
As long as I could remember, back then it was WWF, and now it's WWE.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I could remember, he was the Undertaker.
Oh.
But I hear he did wrestle for another promotion before he entered the WWF, now WWE, and he went by another name, but I don't know what that was.
Okay.
So
That's my not. And I know of Stone Cold Steve Austin, but he's the 90s.
yeah, mid to late 90s, but Undertaker was there.
Governor of our neighbors in Minnesota.
Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yep.
That was more 80s he was wrestling, maybe 70s, but for sure 80s. And he was a bad guy commentator, or heel commentator as well. He always was that guy. I always said, "Shut up, big man."
Not that they were there. I don't know why tangent, but
We were
I
just
think
getting off topic.
cosplay wrestling as those characters. I don't fully know what was going on in there. We didn't have none of our bracelets that we're wearing got us into there. But
I think mine might have,
I don't really care for wrestling.
but
Now, if they had the Sith girl cosplayer, she was in the ring.
oh, you'd be like, "Here, take my money. I want it."
Give me those VIP tickets. Ah, what's her name? She was great. But you got to see one of your friends who owns a little shop in a smaller town here in the state.
Yeah.
He was there selling some video games. I got to get. That was one of the things I meant to get. I forgot. Kind of closed up quickly on us, but the Atari 2600 Junior. I do not have one of those in my collection. It was going for $75 with all the cords and a couple controllers. And
If you're back tomorrow,
yeah, we'll
pick
probably
that up.
get that one.
If you could get off work.
Yeah, well, yeah, we got a couple hours. I can come back.
And unfortunately, tomorrow I will see you. Hopefully tomorrow. But I told my big sister I'll hang out with her.
Oh,
and my niece
definitely,
and
yeah.
nephew, but
You do that, and I'll
But,
tag
you know,
along with you guys for a
yeah.
little bit. But I'm trying. I was gonna look at my phone, but recording on the phone the schedule for tomorrow because they do start. They have some festivities kind of early.
I heard they open their doors at 10 or 11 tomorrow,
That's way too early for me.
and I will probably show up about noon or maybe 1, but we'll see.
Yeah, I know they have the cosplay contest / events, but I'm probably not going to do the Chun-Li tomorrow, right? We did it for one night.
For
We're
giggles,
probably going to go in for the kicks and giggles, wink, wink.
and to honor what the fans voted for.
Fans wanted this. I mean,
thank you everybody for voting Chun-Li. Now I kind of have a date, I guess. I don't know.
there you go. But yeah, because I'll have to dash off to work for a couple hours and come back. So it's like, there's no way I'm wearing this to hospital.
Maybe
Probably get away with it. I'm kind of working by myself most of the time, but that isn't gonna fly.
maybe probably just not cosplay tomorrow, but if you do, maybe just a quick Iron Man suit. Or
Well,
one of the
okay, so
older
yeah,
ones.
that was something that was could be voted on as well. And I put that in there, but the suit that I wanted to wear, the strap on the back is broke, and I'm not sure how to fix or replace that.
Oh no!
So I was like, I really hope, because I would have had to just pull out one of the cheesy like Halloween muscle suits, and that would look kind of dorky there. But
well, you're talking about dorky with a whole bunch of other dorks, so
this is true. This is true.
I think I had a great time because I was around people just like us.
What I will probably do though, and I'm telling you this for the first time because I have the black slacks while I'm at work. I'm probably just gonna do a Street Fighter. No more Street Fighter costumes. I'm probably gonna do Star Trek, the next gen uniform, because that you can just take off and wear a different work shirt underneath it. So
That would
I'm
work.
probably gonna be next gen era Starfleet officer tomorrow.
And here's the ironic thing: I thought about going as actually our original Star Trek officer.
Yeah, you could tomorrow, but your sister does
My
not want
sister,
you to.
and the reason why she doesn't want me to, I didn't look at the guest list, but what I was told, the puppeteer for Yoda for the played Yoda during the Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back is going to be there.
Voice actor Frank Oz?
So I don't know if it's a puppeteer, the voice actor, one to two, or if they're both the same person. But Yoda is going to be there. From the Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. I don't know if the puppet's going to be there, or just the puppeteer, the voice actor, but I was told that, and so I'm just taking my sister's word for that because that was.
You don't want to wear your Starfleet uniform there
Because Star Trek, Star Wars, and I'm kind of like I don't care, but my sister cares enough, and I don't want to get beaten up by my sister.
You loved both of them.
I loved both of them. Yes.
Surprised we didn't see. Well, so yeah, most of the cosplayers we did see there were just anime themed. Like there was a Sub-Zero we walked by. I wanted to challenge him to a fight, but and we saw a guy in a cardboard box.
Yeah, that
That was the
was
best one. He was just wearing a box.
that was kind of interesting.
So we saw no the interesting thing though is we saw two other Harry Potter school characters
Yep,
there, and they were one was kind of a younger kid, but one was a girl. Oh, I'm
and
assuming
they were
whatever.
both House Hufflepuff.
They were both wearing the yellow and black Hufflepuff. I'm like,
And
what are the odds? There's three Hufflepuffs roaming
and the
around.
reason why I chose to dress up as House Hufflepuff, I went to Wizarding World, took that quiz they have there, and they said I'm a Hufflepuff after that quiz. And I was like, well, might as well honor my house if that's my house. So I went as House Hufflepuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I didn't take that quiz, I probably would have went as Gryffindor like everyone else. But
Gryffindor is so common.
yeah,
Everyone's.
but I took that quiz and I decided to honor my house and went as House Hufflepuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, you played. You talked about Hogwarts Legacy because you could kind of answer some questions on there. Were you still Hufflepuff in that game?
Well, the thing is, you could hook up your EA account, not your Wizarding World account, and your WB account together on there,
Mm-hmm.
and the game would automatically know what your house is, so it transferred that onto your game, and you get your wand as well, that from the Wizarding World quiz as well as your Hogwarts house.
Hmm.
So that's what I did, and I got my wand from, according to Wizarding World, on my Hogwarts Legacy game, as well as my house. Well, at least my first couple playthroughs. Now I'm going as a Slytherin on my current playthrough, but
Two more playthroughs to go.
Ravenclaw and Gryffindor after that.
Yeah, I just did the questions in the game and just answered them. And they threw me in Gryffindor. I was like, fine, I guess. It's the cliche one, but looking forward to a Ravenclaw though.
I
That'd be
hear,
fun.
I don't know if this is true,
I
but
should have just went with Ravenclaw.
I heard Gryffindor actually has the longest storyline of all of them, and Ravenclaw actually is the shortest.
Hmm.
Hufflepuff is the second longest. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I heard.
Hmm. Yeah, that's good for 4 playthroughs. Anything else with the SuperCon that you want to mention before we dive into our video games or your
I
thoughts?
am really upset that I haven't gone to anything like this in many years till now. I wanted to, but I was too loyal with my job and just said, "Oh, I'll just work if you guys need me." And now I'm putting my foot down. Said, "I want these 3 days off. I want to go."
These are your people. There's weird, dressed up in weird costumes,
I
and that's what you want to do.
Absolutely, and even before I went to pick you up and we'll head out there, I stopped at my place of employment and everybody was looking at me and I'm like thinking, yeah, I'm a nerd.
Just showing it off, wearing it proud. Should I go into your place of employment next, dressed as this?
No.
Is there a fearless leader here?
Everybody just points. There he is.
It's like, he's over there. I thought he was straight. He's got some weirdo dressed up as Chun-Li.
Well, we do know he is weird.
He's weird. Yeah, good times. Yeah, they have that every year. I think it gets a little bit bigger each year. I don't remember any big names that they had in previous years.
My sister,
Some comic book artists here and there, but
my sister that went there last year, maybe it was she said the one actor that was on Never Ending Story was there.
that one actor.
I forgot what which
You know
actor.
who it is, ladies and gentlemen. That one actor.
I guess it was an actor that played that Native American kid or something. Was there, and his, yeah. I haven't seen that movie in years. It was an '80s movie, and it kind of freaked me out when I was little, and I got older.
I know they had one year, and I don't think it was for SuperCon, but they had a couple Power Ranger actors, like original. I was like, oh, I really wanted to go, but I ran into your problem. We were both at that grocery store at the time, and just really couldn't get off that day, or escape for a couple hours to go to that, and I was a little bitter about that because I'm like, oh, I love my OG Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the original Pink Kimberly. I mean, everyone loves Kimberly, but it was the second Power Ranger, the Australian cat, and she was pretty good looking too. A lot of people don't talk about Cat, but ah, maybe
Yeah.
she'll be at the dance.
I doubt it.
The ladies are gonna have to fight over me.
I doubt it.
Yeah, probably not.
But you could dream.
Yeah, I'll save the dreaming for after the podcast. So yeah, that's about it, really. I mean, we're making it sound like a big, huge thing, but it's just kind of a nice. It filled up a convention center, but wasn't a whole lot of people there either. I noticed.
However, you did mention something when we were there.
Ooh.
There's a rodeo going on next door at the Premier Center.
Yes.
And what you said, this is quite an interesting mix. Cowboys, rodeo, bull riding next door, and then there's us on one side, cosplay, video games, anime.
About as different as, yeah, I mean, hey, for those of you who don't know, yeah, we do live in South Dakota. People like their rodeo, so there was a lot of cowboys and guys in those stupid, like, tight jeans with the cowboy boots and hats, and they're walking through this convention center with anime girls with fairy wings and tails, like some random Deadpool walking by. It's like it's very two different crowds. I really wanted to go into the rodeo crowd. Be like, yep, I'm here for the rodeo. 2 tickets, please. And sit in the audience. Everyone has their cowboy hat. And
there's you dressed up as Chun-Li.
There's a Chun-Li sitting there. And
a Hogwarts student.
Talk about wrestling. Rodeo I don't get. And that's just dumb. Can I watch somebody ride a bull for 8 seconds? Oh, he fell off. All right, we're going to watch the next person ride a bull for a few seconds.
I slightly lived that life. I did help my uncle on his farm and with the boots and the hat and all, but no, that life isn't for me.
Here's a rodeo clown. Gonna distract the bull while we get the next one going.
Yeah.
All right, here comes someone else. You get to watch him ride a bull. Oh, he's down.
Well, it's not only that. Rodeos. Rodeos is also guys riding on their horses and do tricks or whatever, like jumps and stuff.
Slightly more entertaining.
But
circus
is something that I personally won't go spend money to watch. But there was a lot of people in there and watching that, and had a huge different crowd right next door from our SuperCon.
Cowboys and country people and versus the cosplayers and gaming geeks. Yeah, they would have peeked right through the doors and just seen the tabletop crowd there. Fat guys with beards playing, Warhammer 40K. And
they did peek
Magic
over a few times. I saw weird looks in their eyes, like, what is that?
But, we would peek over there and they're kind of weird too. They're cosplaying as cowboys and you're dressed, I see your giant 10-pound belt buckle, you look pretty stupid too, dressed up as that. But,
whatever floats your boat, if that makes them happy, I guess.
People can like what they like.
Exactly. It's not hurting anyone.
Hopefully no one listening's a big rodeo fan. I've never listened to this show again. Making fun of my rodeo.
Like I said, I lived that kind of life before when I was a little kid and a teenager, and I have nothing wrong with it. I just won't do that stuff ever again.
Yeah.
And no, I didn't ride any horses and bulls. I remember going to
milk cows.
I remember going to cow auctions and stuff like that.
Yeah. Ag meetings. Yeah, agriculture.
FFA, all that stuff.
grain bins.
But I decided not to live that kind of life. That wasn't for me, and I decided to be a complete geek.
Complete geek. Yeah, that existence isn't too far from town here. I mean, we live in the biggest city in the Dakotas, north and south.
Yeah.
So we got a nice, big city. Well, big quotations, but and all the suburbs are getting closer and closer. Big metropolis here sooner or later. But
Well, the biggest metro area, Twin Cities, is 5 hours away. So
Twin Cities is not 5 hours.
4 or 5 hours.
3.5.
With you driving, maybe.
We got Twin Cities, Denver's not. I mean, that's further away, but
Well, maybe
we're right in between. We're like the only civilization in between.
Yeah, maybe you got Kansas City or Omaha.
Well, that's south, further south, Kansas City. Well, people don't care.
Yeah.
They want to hear about what games you have been playing and buying.
I need to buy a
beating.
new video game. I'm gonna say there. I haven't bought any new video games. I lately been playing MLB The Show and off and on Hogwarts Legacy, but not
Same thing since episode 1, folks.
Exactly. I really needed to get a new video game, but before I get a new video game, I need to save up for more memory on my PlayStation 5. I, however, saw there's a DLC for Cyberpunk coming out.
No, it's out.
Oh, it's out.
It just came. Well, at the time of this recording, it just came out. Phantom Liberty. It is $30. Apparently, a pretty hefty story with that.
I did buy a DLC for Watch Dogs Legion. I don't know if I mentioned that on the last podcast. The
Sounds
Bloodlines.
familiar.
But that was pretty fun. But other than that, I need a new game. And before I buy a new game, unfortunately, I love my PS5, but it doesn't have much memory, so I need to go spend money on more memory.
Yeah, that's annoying too with these systems. Like, give us a few terabytes for these consoles because you put like 4 games on there, you filled it up.
Yeah.
And I think these games are like 120, 40 gigs. I only put 4 of them on there.
And everybody asks me, why don't I download a video game online? This is why. Because
the same amount of space, maybe a little bit more for the download, but
then that's why. Just having the physical copy, at least I might save a little bit of room or memory, I hope.
delete it and reinstall later. Yeah, that GTA 5, that's over 100 gigs on the PS5. Jeez. Will you get Grand Theft Auto 5 once again for PS5?
Yes, I will.
You gotta get a better TV though. The 4K really helps.
But before any of that, need more memory on a PlayStation.
Bigger hard drive, 4K TV, GTA 5, all night in strip club, or whatever you choose to do with the game. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Oh, hang on, at the
I
Playboy
think we
Mansion.
know where he's going.
But I did see previews or rumors of GTA 6 coming out, so I wonder if these are going to be
That
real.
rumor's been going on for years.
Will it come out?
Years.
Meanwhile, 20 years later, we're still talking about GTA 5 and Skyrim.
Yes. It's the 40th anniversary of GTA 5. They released it again for the PS8. Oh, look, you can buy Skyrim again.
Oh, here's my buddy.
You know, I love me some Nintendo, but they're kind of bad with that too. They got a lot of. How many times do we have to see Ocarina of Time come out for these systems? But everyone does it.
And speaking of Nintendo, before buying a new video game, I am very much thinking about getting a Switch.
Switch is fun times. Let me tell you my top 50 Switch games. All right, here we go. Number 1.
Maybe later. But that I don't know what's more important, a Switch, more memory on the PlayStation 5. Oh my gosh.
Fallout Flags, Civilization board game.
Oh. And the thing is, do I want to wait till next year to get a Fallout Flag? Oh.
You should do what I do. Just wear this costume downtown. Get a few extra bucks on a Saturday night.
Yeah, but my legs are kind of hairy on legs.
Uh,
Just think how much shaving that I'll have to do.
let's not. Well, I know you're excited to hear what games I've been playing.
Absolutely.
Oh, City of Heroes.
Oh,
Oh, I know that one surprised people. Oh, I love that game so much. You guys listening, you need to be playing some City of Heroes.
why are you listening to this? Go,
Should be.
go.
It's free. It's a free to play game now. People who originally had it don't have it anymore. Just play it. It's a 2004 MMO. It doesn't take up that much space. It's like an 8 gig game. It's small. Play it. Download it. Thank me later. Jeez. So anyway, no, from the same studio who did give us City of Heroes, Cryptic. They have done some other MMOs as well since then. They do that Star Trek Online game, which is free to play. That one's been okay. It's not great. I've been enjoying it. They've done Neverwinter, which I'm trying to get you to play. It's not a very big game. You can put it on your PS5. It's only 25 gigs or so. It's pretty small. Free to play MMO. You can make a you in that game.
Hmm.
You can make a hot babe in that game. We talked about this some last time with our character creator, but yeah, it's kind of just set in the D&D world. It's pretty fun. A lot of people might not like it. It's a little grindy after a while, but it's been good.
Played a lot of RPGs and grind and level up my characters. So
Yeah, maybe you won't mind it. And then I do want to mention I've with the Game Pass I have it for Xbox. That game Starfield has come out, and I mean to show this one to you because it's from your favorite company, Bethesda. It's from the same people who gave us some Fallout and Sky or Elder Scrolls. They've made a new. It's a sci-fi RPG. It's basically Fallout in space. It finally came out.
but slowly, if I may interrupt,
Oh, good.
Ubisoft is starting to become my favorite.
Ah,
But
once they put out some Splinter Cell again, I might like them. Like they'll do everything but Splinter Cell.
they Assassin's Creed.
That's every year.
They have those Watchdog games.
Yeah.
They have the Far Cry games, and yeah, Splinter Cell. They're starting to become my favorite. I there's not many games I can't think of a game of actually. I found that I'm like, oh, this is trash.
Far Cry is good times. They have I don't know if you're familiar with this one. They have a new crossover game coming out called X Defiant. It's Call of Duty esque. You play in factions. Like I'm going to play on this team and go online, and it's Call of Duty, but it's divided from various groups from several of their games. So there's third echelon from Splinter Cell. You can be an echelon agent, and you have that weaponry. They have factions from Ghost Recon Division, and I think I might have seen they're going to have a couple of them. So there might be like a Watch Dogs type group. There's probably going to be what's the group from Far Cry 6? I think that group's in there. The Spanish Inquisition.
The Resistance or whatever.
Vive la Resistance. That's kind of French, my friend.
Yeah,
but yeah. So that could be interesting. That's going to be a free to play one as well. I'm Team Echelon myself. Because Splinter Cell. They'll do anything but a new Splinter Cell game.
Yeah. Kyle's gonna write Ubisoft a nasty red letter.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want more Splinter Cell. What the heck is wrong with them? Okay, if there's something I could have criticized Ubisoft, Kyle needs his Splinter Cell.
I would like to see a more traditional, another like Rainbow Six. They have that Siege, and that's been super popular, and it's fun. But I don't really like the online stuff. I just want another a game like Rainbow Six 3, and I think I showed you that one. That's really good. Just slow, tactical. It's pretty realistic. I mean, you can't really get shot. You're gonna go down because bullets do that to you in real life. You gotta plan out your attack. Like you go to that door, plant a charge. And, I'll go over here, throw a flashbang in a room. Like that's good. No one really does games like that. So more of that, please. And yeah, I think that will round it out. I'm chipping away a little bit at that GTA 5 on PS5. It's looking good. It's a good looking game. I really need to sit down with that Hogwarts Legacy. It can give me a lot of crap for it. Even though someone hasn't beat Uncharted 4, but that's alright. We'll talk about that.
Oh, you're talking about me,
Yeah.
all right.
And again, just miscellaneous Switch stuff. Tears of the Kingdom and Mario and just a bunch of great Switch games. But yeah, a lot of MMOs lately. Pretty heavy on the MMOs. Neverwinter and City of Heroes and Star Trek. Yeah. Yeah.
Good times.
Good times. I'm seeing right behind you. I have a War Machine figure, and I forgot at that convention they had an Iron Man figure. I said I was going to come back for, but I forgot about that. It was $50. I think I can get it cheaper off Amazon, but there's so many things I had to pass up.
Yeah.
Have to work those corners.
Once again, could definitely spend a lot of money there. That's the only reason why I kind of didn't want to go, because I could spend a lot of money there. But at the same time, I felt like I had to go just to be around people that enjoy things like I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we missed a couple years in between, which is unfortunate. Who knows what was there in previous years? But I have to make it a point to go more often. You got a coin.
Yeah, that's my ringtone.
No, I seen you jump up and get that coin. Otherwise, I think we'll probably be wrapping it up here. We got like a hour and 10-minute show. How about that? When we actually have something to talk about, unlike the other ones.
But we had a good day, and hopefully we will be back at least SuperCon tomorrow and Sunday.
Well, you will be Sunday. I will not be able to escape work for a few hours that day.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
But
it's all good.
The problem is with me, I would enjoy that stuff, but things like that's not the same without a friend there, or somebody you know.
Yeah, I did notice. Yeah, they had a couple guys like by themselves, but they looked kind of a little weird.
And I don't get me wrong, I'm also weird, but
yeah, I'd go there by myself. I wouldn't be Chun-Li by any means, but it's like, I don't know. You have a couple hours, like no one's really available, but you want to go. I was like, I'll go there. Check out some booths and get some things you can't normally get. They had a lot of handmade stuff there too.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat. That guy really wanted you to buy those coasters, those Ninja Turtle coasters.
That was funny. The one person at a booth that actually knew me, his wife tried to do a little pitch on me and try to sell me something, and he's like, "Don't try to sell him anything. I know him too well. That doesn't work on him.
Don't give him the good stuff."
No, that's what he says. It's like, don't throw a pitch at him. I know him too well. It doesn't work on him. And yeah, I am, unless I really really want it, I've been looking for it, I will buy it. But
I've seen all those vendors try to get you to buy things. They're like, "Hey, look at this." You're like, "F you!"
yeah, and you have noticed that with me. It's really hard to pitch something at me and try to get me to buy something.
Sir, would you like to? No, I would not. Thank you. Oh, she had a kissing booth offer, and she was wanting to know if you wanted a kiss. So.
Well, why did you say so?
That's where he makes it rain. I got all these tens. Making it rain, all these bills. Like, I think that's about 20 kisses you owe me. That Sith girl had a kissing booth.
Oh. Well, there's an ATM. I'll be right back.
I did have to visit the ATM for my Iron Man print. Yeah, I went in knowing I really don't want to spend too much money on stuff, but there was a couple of things that I got, and I'll post these on Twitter, but there's a really that cool original artwork from a comic there, and I got sitting behind you there that drawing of Iron Man and Hulkbuster. Like that's an original piece. That's a one of a kind deal. Well, maybe they. Uh,
But
who knows?
regardless, you look like you enjoy it. That's something you want. I'm happy you got it.
Yeah, and both those were I don't mind saying it. Both those were $15. I'm like, for the original piece of comic artwork, $15. I mean, these could go. You see them on eBay a lot
And
for just ridiculous amounts. Like, I'll spend 15. I would have bought it for like $50, quite honestly. So
there was one other thing I thought about buying was a Indiana Jones theme music on.
those
I
themes you could play it on piano or guitar.
absolutely,
Dun, 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 dun,
and we know
dun,
at
dun,
least
dun.
Kyle here knows that every time I visit him, I'm always humming the Indiana Jones theme to myself.
You and our friend Mustangs.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't even have to be together. It's just you get out of your car and you're like,
Right?
I won't do more because copyright. Well, Fearless, I think that's a good episode. We could probably go a lot longer, but maybe some more for next time. We have to chat, share our experiences at the dance we might hit up,
Yep.
and
Hopefully.
hopefully go there and see what adventures await. See how many people we can scare there.
Well, the thing is, I know everybody there is kind of like us into the same kind of stuff, so it's really, really hard to scare people that likes the same weird stuff you do.
This is true. Yeah, this will be interesting. It'll be interesting to try. But yeah, and like I said, I'll post a couple things that I got on Twitter. I'm assuming you'll share your Frogger board game, and if you get some things tomorrow, I'm
I
sure our fans will
well,
want to see.
I'm actually gonna might keep that Frogger over here, or be our next tabletop gaming with you and Mustang
Yeah, we can
and
do that.
myself.
I'll share a couple Chun-Li photos to show that I honored the poll. I really wish you guys would have went with the Power Ranger. I really wanted that costume.
Ooh,
It's
maybe
just an
next
excuse
time.
to get it.
Just just don't put Chung Li on there next time, and I'll be happy.
Yeah, it's a video game crowd. I saw those how it ended. I'm like, it's a video game crowd. It makes sense. I only screwed myself on that one, but I like the costume, so it's
Unfortunately, my eyes doesn't like
fun.
it.
Sitting a little weird here. Well, yeah, that's good. I think that will wrap it up. Hopefully, we can do another one of these here short time from now. We won't keep people waiting months in between. And yeah, I'll make shareable that lost episode if people want to even more Fearless Leader and Kyle, along with a couple of other friends. Not saying that one's good. I think that one's pretty crazy, but a little too silly for me. But good to chat with you again here in the armory.
And it's good to be back. And like you said, Kyle, we hopefully get together more often, and maybe we'll come up with more podcasts and maybe Two Player Tuesdays videos
Yeah,
in
we
the
got a
future.
couple of video. Yeah, I got a couple to post here last time you were over, so look forward to that on the old YouTube channel. So, all right, we'll probably sign off here. You want to give the audience a kiss this time?
No.
No? All right. Well, I'll give them a kiss.
No.
No, they get a kiss from Chun-Li. I mean, that's... Here we go. There we go. Wasn't that nice?
That was awful.